Good evening and welcome to KBSU News. I'm Hope Slusser.
And I'm Jessica Merchant. Today we'll be talking with Margie Giaju and Angela Schmidt about grad prep for juniors and seniors, the rise of STD rates in college, BSU is being ranked as one of the top schools in the Midwest, and Minnesota representatives visit Bemidji.
But before we dive into those stories, here are a few campus activity updates.
Bemidji State Student Senate prides themselves on being the advocating voice of the student body, and they want you to vote for your student senators. Elections are held now until Friday, September 20th, and you can place your vote by logging into Collegiate link found on your MyBSU homepage.
It is that time once again to cheer our Bemidji State football team to another homecoming victory. Campus organizations have put together a list of adrenaline-pumping activities and events for students to participate in for the whole week, leading up to the big game. Let's go now to a list of homecoming events. Monday, comedian Josh Robinowitz will perform in Hagstar 100 at 7 p.m. Tuesday, Lakeshore Cleanup, sponsored by the Sustainability Office, will meet in Banksburg's parking lot at 3 and clean the Bemidji shore until 6 p.m. On Wednesday, there is a blood drive in the Crying Wolf Room from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. The Beaver Rally will be held on Lakeshore Lawn at 7 p.m. with a bonfire following directly afterwards. On Thursday, the Campus Activities Boards will be hosting Cosmic Bowling at Bemidji Bowl from 9 p.m. to midnight. And on Friday, the alumni in the classroom presentations will be held all day, and there will be a BSU Student Carnival from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. on Lakeside Lawn. Saturday, the Alumni Association will be hosting a tailgate party in Diamond Point Park at 11 a.m. and then at 1 p.m. the Beavers take the field. To get a full list of homecoming events, go to your BSU homepage and select events calendar.
The weather is getting chillier, and with that, cold, wet weather brings flu season. The Student Center for Health and Counseling would like to remind students that they will be hosting their annual flu shot open house on October 9th and are encouraging all students to get their flu shot early.
BSU will be hosting a day-long celebration of the transformational educational opportunities students and faculty have enjoyed while participating in the various study abroad programs BSU has to offer. International Experience Day will be held Monday, September 23rd in Benson Hall from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m.
Those are your campus updates. To keep you up to date on campus activities, make sure to like KBSU Channel 17 on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
After this break, we'll be back with our favorite weather personality, Lee Rowe Elliott.
Since 1997 here in Bemidji. We've been in this new location since 3 years ago.
I got no pulse.
Skeeter Stitch has been operating since 1997 here in Bemidji. We've been in this new location since 3 years ago. We have a retail shop. We do custom screen print and embroidery. We do large and small orders. We do promotional products, which would be golf balls, pens, pencils, stickers. Kind of the sky's the limit.
This is our embroidery area, and we have a 4-head machine and a single head machine, and each head has 12 color options, which means it has 12 needles, and we can change the colors, so your logo can have up to 12 colors in it. Danielle fixes that, and she hoops all the garments and gets them ready and prepared to sew. We can do shirts or we can do hats, and we have done sweatshirts, sweatpants, jackets, and even some sports bags. Skeeter Stitch, this is Amy.
I got no pulse. We're losing him.
Shocking drives it road all the time. You just had a few drinks. This can't be happening.
Are we clear?
Clear.
You just buzzed.
Just buzzed. You didn't tell us that, sir. You're right. This isn't happening. He'll be fine.
I feel good.
Really?
No, not really.
Buzz driving. Maybe we should stop acting like it's no big deal.
Shocking.
Welcome back. Lee, how is our weekend and homecoming weather looking like?
It's not looking too bad for this week coming up, but I mean, a few shocks coming up. Anyway, moving on. On Saturday, we're going to have a high of 61 degrees and a low of 39 degrees, and it's going to be partly cloudy. The same can be said for Sunday, where it will be a high of 66 degrees and a low of 55 degrees. Moving into homecoming week, on Monday, there's going to be a high of 63 degrees and a low of 48 degrees, and a good chance of rain, so bring your brollies. On Tuesday, there's going to be a high of 70 degrees and a low of 50 degrees, and it's going to be partly cloudy. And finally, Wednesday, a high of 70 and a low of 48, and a good chance of thunderstorms, which sounds absolutely fantastic.
Sounds like some chilly weather coming up.
I'm not looking forward to it at all. I'm cold now, so.
Especially at night. Hopefully, it'll be a little nicer for the night
fingers
game.
crossed. Definitely fingers crossed.
Nothing wrong though with a cup of hot chocolate for a
tea every
for a
day. Just give me a tea and I'll be sorted.
All right, and just last week, BSU is ranked among the best colleges and universities in the Midwest region for graduation rates, financial resources, alumni giving, and several other categories. This is the 6th consecutive year that BSU is placed among the other schools. Bemidji State and 9 other colleges and universities tied for the impressive ranking of 92nd out of 147 institutions. They were also ranked among only public schools, resulting in 32nd out of 39. Bemidji State has improved its ranking by 1 spot from the previous year. This year they ranked higher than a few well-known schools, including Concordia St. Paul, University of Wisconsin-Superior, and Minnesota State University Moorhead. Hopefully, BSU can keep climbing up the ladder, and I'm sure will strive for even a higher ranking for 2014.
Today, BSU's Career Services invited all juniors and seniors to participate in their annual graduate preparation program, which allows students to get more information about graduate school and future employment. Here is more on the story.
Today we're at grad prep for seniors, and we're very excited that we had over 250 students attend. We're up from last year about 180. But our numbers of grad and professional schools went from was it 13, 14 to at least 22 today. So a lot more opportunities for students to talk about grad and professional school. The people that have attended and have just raved about the number of students, the questions the students asked, they're very excited about being here, and they want to make sure that they're on their schedule for next year. So we had a lot of help with this in marketing, got a great staff here, and we're very happy that we had a great turnout today.
Some other opportunities we have for our students coming up, we have a lot of workshops on campus. Resumes and cover letters is our next event coming up next Wednesday. And we have a list of all of our workshops and our upcoming job fairs in the area on our website. Career Directions is our newsletter, and we do have a list of our workshop schedules and different events on our website. If you have any questions, you can feel free to stop by our office or give us a call.
Some other quick things on there too. We have mock interviews coming up on October 7th and 8th, and we have about 5 or 6 different employers volunteering their time to come in and practice interviewing with students. We do have actual on-campus recruiting starting next week with Larson Allen, Clifton Larson Allen for accounting, but Target, Hormel, Cargill, there's others that are starting to line up so students can do some interviewing. So not only for getting prepared for the job search, if students are still considering a major and what they want to do, we help them with that. We do individual career counseling and help them figure out their major. And then when they get closer to the major, then help them get ready for internships, job prep, going to all these job and career fairs. There will be 3 other major career events coming up this year. We'll actually have one on campus called Career Connections, March 26th, where we're actually bringing a career fair back to BSU on demand from students wanting more of that. We have a couple in the cities, one in Tri-College Fair. Actually, there's 3 or 4 in the cities. And just this year for the job fair, to help that, we're providing a bus. We'll be busing students down to see if that helps students. Transportation, I know, is a big issue for some. So a lot of things going on. So stop and check out our website. Email us at career@bemidjistate.edu if you have any questions. Angela Schmidt is our office manager, who's taking care of all the recruiting and has done a wonderful job getting this set up. And we have a great team, so go team! That's all I say, go team.
For more information and events from Career Services, make sure to check out their website by going to bemidjistate.edu and searching Career Services.
Something that every college student should be aware of is the rise of rates. According to NursingSchool.net and Elite Daily, 1 in 4 college students have an STD. This is an impressive number and is definitely something that can't be taken lightly. 80% of people with an STD experience no symptoms and therefore don't realize that they have one. Studies show that only 54% of college students use a condom during vaginal sex, 29% during anal, and only 4% during oral. Binge drinking by college students greatly influences these percentages of condoms not being used. One piece of advice for college students is to always carry a condom with you when you go out, just in case. And students, you may think it's just that one person that you're sleeping with, when in reality, it could possibly be many more.
On Wednesday, September 18th, Minnesota representatives from the state's House Capital Investment Committee toured Bemidji State University's campus for consideration of capital projects for the 2014 legislature. Committee members toured BSU's Memorial Hall, where the Departments of Business and Accounting would be relocated into updated quarters as part of a four-stage $13.8 million project that will also include demolition of Sanford Hall, remodeling of Decker Hall for new homes for student life and student services. This capital project would also include a new academic building that would take place after the demolition of Haig Sauer.
Sounds like they're making quite the renovations.
It does sound like that. A lot to be in progress in a year or so, or at least looking to go with those changes.
Sounds like there's some pretty good changes too. I'm looking forward to seeing what they're doing.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see how the whole project goes. After this quick break, we'll be back to talk about sports with Tyler Stern.
The water looks like a river. Let's party on this river. All day. Two best friends.
The moment using water becomes wasting water. It gets weird. Get normal by visiting wastingwaterisweird.org.
Hey.
Ready to go?
Yeah, but the fire's not out.
Close enough.
Close enough? If it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave. I mean, the next thing you know, you've torched our whole neighborhood.
Which is why we're not going anywhere?
Exactly. 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, don't you just love the sound of an empty dishwasher? Yeah.
The moment using water becomes wasting water. It gets weird. Get normal by visiting wastingwaterisweird.com.
Well, welcome back, everyone. Tyler, what do you have for us in sports this week?
Well, this week I am going to talk about soccer, football, and volleyball.
All right, let's hear it.
The BSU Beaver football team lost a heartbreaker last Saturday night as they fell to Concordia University of St. Paul 17-14. The Beavers held a small lead for most of the second half until the Golden Bears hit pay dirt with 46 seconds of play left on a 4th and 6 play that resulted in a 19-yard touchdown pass by junior Jared Russo to sophomore Gabe Boyce. The Beavers led Concordia 14-7 at the half, but their offense came out flat in the second half, putting up only 53 yards from the third quarter on. With the loss, the Beavers even out the season with a 1-1 record. Up next, they hit the road for another Northern Sun Intercollegiate Conference opponent, the Augustana Vikings, who are also 1-1, this Saturday at 1 p.m. The BSU volleyball team split their games again last weekend by winning 2 and losing 2 contests at the Superior Oasis Wildcat Open in Marquette, Michigan. The Beavers got swept in their first contest, Northern Michigan, and then went on to beat Quincy University 3-2 on Friday. And on Saturday, the Beavers again got swept by their first opponent, Michigan Tech, but then bounced back by taking 3 sets to Lake Superior State 0 on Saturday night. The volleyball team is now 4-4 on the season, with the 4 victories matching their win total from last season. Next up for them is their home opener against number 1 in the nation of Division II volleyball, the University of Minnesota Duluth Bulldogs, this Saturday at 4 p.m. On to women's soccer, where the Beavers were on the road and had another successful weekend by beating Michigan Tech 2-1 on Friday and Northern Michigan 3-1 on Saturday to remain undefeated on the season at 4-0. Beaver goalkeepers junior Sonia Barr and freshman Amanda Garvin remain strong for the team as they have allowed only 2 goals to the opponent's 42 shots on the season. This marks the 4th time in program history the soccer team has started out 4-0 and the first time since 2010 when they started with 6 consecutive victories. Coming up, they have a couple of conference games at home, with one against Minnesota State on Saturday and the other against Concordia of St. Paul on Sunday. Both games are scheduled to begin at 1. And on to the professional side of sports, where the Vikings continued their woes by losing again this weekend at Soldier Field against the Chicago Bears in another heartbreaker of a football game by a score of 31-30. Again, things look good for the Vikings out of the gate when rookie playmaker Cordell Patterson took it to the house on the opening kick with a 105-yard touchdown return. The Vikings went into halftime trailing by only 3 points and managed to even the score at 24-all by the end of the third quarter. In the fourth quarter, the Vikings had to settle on a couple of drives with field goals to go ahead by 6. But Jay Cutler and the Bears started another display of late-game heroics this week by starting their drive at their own 34-yard line with 3:15 of play remaining. Little by little, the Bears worked their way down the field and Cutler fired a 16-yard touchdown pass to Martellus Bennett with 10 seconds left on the game clock. Up next for the Purple and Gold is their final home opener at the Dome this Sunday at noon.
Well, back to our Bemidji Beavers. They have an exciting week around the corner with homecoming up. So hopefully that week goes good and they win all their games and they're pumped up.
Yeah, and hopefully they can get a victory this weekend as well.
Yes, as well. Thank you, Tyler.
Right. And thank you all for tuning in. We hope to see you next week.
From all of us at KBSU, I'm Hope Susser.
And I'm Jessica Merchant. And thanks for watching.
And have a good night.